Hi, conscious Capricorn. Welcome to my channel on Oracle and Spirituality. Here is your reading for the next 15 days. So we're going to figure out what's going to happen for you in your life or in a specific area of your life in the 2 weeks ahead. Please check out the description below because there is everything you need to know about this reading, a lot of information, and I update it from time to time. So check it out. For those who don't know me, my name is Gail. I am a life guide and a spiritual teacher, and I help meaning seekers navigate a more conscious life toward greater happiness. If you want to stay tuned for the evolution of your energies, then make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the bell button for the notifications. And if you want to support me, my work that I do here on YouTube, then I put a link, a PayPal me link in the description, and your donations are gratefully welcome. So here we go. Let's start with your reading. I'm using the French deck Belline Oracle, and here are your cards. So we've got inheritance that happened, that showed up, reversal, inconstancy, sterility, discovery, disease, and honors. So I'm talking to a Capricorn who right now in their life or in a specific area of their life is stuck. So look for where in your life there is some lack of forward movement, where you don't get the expected results, where there may be some apathy, things aren't moving forward, things aren't moving at all. Like, it's really stuck. As you can see, you're stuck on this island, this rock, in the middle of nowhere, in the ocean, and you can't move anywhere. There is no life here on this island, or I don't even know if it's an island, but it's just a little rock, and there is no life here, so it's dead. You know, no life, no productivity. So I'm not talking about your whole life that is stuck, right? I'm saying look for where in your life, even if it's a small specific area or specific element of your life that is stuck. That's what the reading is talking about. It's not talking about other areas then. And how are you taking these? Oh, okay, so what I didn't say as well is that there is probably some lack of usefulness. Like, you can't use your talents. I'm saying that because of two other cards here. So those three, and I'll talk about this one later on. And now I'm just gonna talk about this one. This card, inheritance, it means normally that you can use the past experiences and your past the past experiences and the events that happened in your life until now, to deal with your current situation. So you're using your past as a lesson, and you learn from this lesson, and now you've got some skills, life skills, or if it's not necessarily life skills, it can be work skills or relationship skills or whatever skills. But you've got some skills, some qualities, some talents that come from the past experiences, past like your ancestors, anything from the past. It can be the recent past, or even before you were born. So trans life or transpersonal inheritance, transgenerational inheritance. But now that it's as a reversal, you can't really see those skills. You can't really use them either. You don't even know maybe that you do have those skills and this experience, and you may not know that you've learned things and that now you experience and that you can deal with things. And so either you don't want to see that or you can't. You may be closed-minded or in denial in some way. So that's why it's stuck. And that's why your talents can't be used, because you don't know you've got those talents. And so you know you're like that. You know you're not wanting or not willing to dig into the past. You know you're not open. But what you don't know is your shadow energy. So it's you, it's part of you, it's who you are, but it's not who you identify with. So you may be like that, but you think you're not like that. You think it's not you, you think it's other people, but not you. And so that's why it's a shadow. And in your shadow, a shadow is not necessarily a bad thing. Like, I mean, it's not necessarily negative traits. Can be things very positive that you see in others, for example, and that you will admire in others. So usually when it's positive, you admire, and when you consider it as negative, then you criticize that thing in other people. Okay, so here it's the traits that this card is talking about. It's being kind of flaky. There's like this shifting opinion or behavior that you can't you're indecisive, you can't trust yourself. You don't know, you don't trust yourself, but there is some part of you that is indecisive, that is not wanting to take decisions, that is flaky, that is blowing the hot and cold, and you know, one step forward, one step backward, left, right, right, left, and nothing moves forward. It can't move forward if you do one step ahead, one step backward. So that's why it's stuck. So those two energies are the reason why it's stuck. And so the two are part of you. This you are identified with, this you aren't. And because you don't identify with it and see it as external, it usually manifests as an actual person. So in this situation, you may be dealing with someone at the moment who is demonstrating or showing those traits, who is like that, inconstant, flaky. You can't trust them because they always change their mind. One step forward, one step backward. And so you are this person, they are this person, and you're interacting with them, and things are stuck. It's kind of like a time out at the moment. You know, this card, it means that as well. What's going to happen in the next few days, then you have some discovery. You're going to explore your psyche, or you're going to get some insights. Like your mind is going to open. Anyhow, you're going to discover something will hit your mind, or you will get to see something that will, you know, make some impact on the situation and on your psyche. And so yeah, it's going to happen within 4 days if it hasn't happened yet. And I can connect this card with this one. Okay, so let's see if I said everything I wanted to say about this card. Yeah, okay, so I will put those two cards together. So this one is also talking about, so okay, so this one, I didn't talk about that, but it's talking about life cycles. Understanding also how the past created the present. You know, this is a card for life cycles, and this is also a card for life cycles. So you will discover something or comprehend something, get some illumination, enlightenment on life cycles, and so it will help put this up. And now you will be able to dig into the past. Because of this, you're being able to dig into the past and comprehend how things from the past generated the current situation. And what's going to happen then, also you will discover things about this aspect of you. And if it's a person, you'll discover things about this person. And if it's circumstances, same, you'll discover things about those circumstances. And so if it's a person, so you'll realize things about their behavior, why they're flaky like that, why they're being indecisive. And I think it's going to happen a lot within the emotional realm, because you have 3 emotional cards that are about the mood. So I think you'll discover really things that will move you. And what's going to happen is that it's going to uncover, so within those 15 days, it's going to uncover, this discovery will uncover your shadows and your deep trauma and everything that is stuck emotionally, or in terms of thinking maybe, but I would say emotionally. So you'll do some emotional work, I think. And this talks also, when it's right, it talks also about emotional work. So I think you're going to do some emotional work, because this is going to show up so strong that you'll have to do it, because it's called disease. And the disease, I think, in here is, in your situation, is that you don't recognize your talents and your experience and where you come from. You don't acknowledge where you come from, and you don't see what you've got inside, your strengths, and so you'll have to dig within. And the second thing you'll discover is, and that you'll deal with, not that you'll discover, but that you'll deal with, that that this disease is about this aspect of you that you see in other people, or this other person, or those circumstances, this flaky thing, not reliable. So I think you will feel really worthless and not needed, and also unreliable. You will see that within you. It will come up emotionally so strong that you'll have to deal with it. So not being reliable and not being worthy. That's the 2 themes that will show up in your psyche and emotionally strongly after you discover this. So what the oracle is advising you is, of course, recognize your talents, recognize how strong and solid you are, recognize that you have some power, take your power back, recognize that you're useful and worthy, feel deserving. I mean, a king does feel strong, deserving, useful, you know, in power. This is the king. Those three elements are the king's attributes. And this is the sun. So the sun is the king. So, and this card is really different from the whole reading, like the energy. But we already touched on this energy here, saying you don't feel useful, you're not using your talents, you're not being productive. Here you don't want to use your past experiences and recognize your talents as well. See? So I really think here the oracle is definitely advising you to use this discovery and all the emotion loads that come up and that probably will immerse you or maybe overwhelm you in some way within those 2 weeks, to really face it and dig into your psyche and recognize your talents, recognize your power, recognize how strong you are, recognize that you learned a lot in the past so that this card can be upright. So recognize that you learned a lot, that you have some skills from the past, and that you got an inheritance, a massive inheritance in terms of skills, qualities, and talents. All right, share with another Cappy who may benefit this reading. Like, subscribe. It's always feel good when you do so. And I'll see you in 2 weeks' time or right now in another of my videos. I don't know if Cappy is your sun, moon, or rising sign, but make sure you check out your 3 signs if you wish, because they all give invaluable information, very complementary information about who you are and your situation. Okay, Cappy, see you soon. Bye.